friends, in this video I'm going to explain you how to prove root 5 is irrational. Generally students find this proof very difficult. In fact, whatsoever explanation they come across, they find it very difficult to go through the step-by-step process. So here I will be explaining the same so that they understand it very nicely. So here, as we can see, the question states that prove that root 5 is irrational. Prove that root 5 is irrational. In mathematics, we have got several ways of proving anything. So here the method which we are going to apply is contradictory method, in which what we do is whatsoever question is given to us, we assume strictly opposite to it. So if we have to prove root 5 is irrational, we will assume let root 5 is rational. This line is very important. Let root 5 is rational. Next thing is, as per the definition of rational numbers, we know if anything is rational, that can be written as a upon b. That thing can be written as a upon b, where a and b are co-prime. Again, this co-prime word means a lot. It is very important to understand deep into it that what does co-prime means. Co-prime means when two numbers or two things are co-prime, it means they have no common factor between them. Clear? So till here what we have done, we have assumed strictly opposite to what the question says. Root 5 is irrational, we have to prove. We have assumed root 5 is rational, and if any number is rational, that can be written as a by b, where a and b are co-prime. And co-prime means a and b have no common factor between them. This thing is very important, because only this is going to help us in understanding the proof, which generally student skips. So there should not be any common factor between a and b. So from this step, we can very easily write this step. What we have done, we have simply shifted b to the left hand side. So a is equal to root 5b. A is equal to root 5b. Next we have squared both the sides, and we got a square is equal to 5b square. A square is equal to 5b square. Now here, what is the key point? Key point is, if a square goes by 5, if we multiply 5 with b square, 5 into something is equal to a square. What does it mean? It means that a square is divisible by 5, isn't it? A square is divisible by 5. And if a square is divisible by 5, this implies a is divisible by 5. How? Whenever a square is divisible by 5, then a is also divisible by 5. How? For example, if I write 5 square, it is divisible by 5, isn't it? 5 into 5. Isn't the single 5 is also divisible by 5? That is also true. And the same we have written, a is divisible by 5. So if any number is divisible by something, what does it mean? That when that something is multiplied with anything, we get that number. A is divisible by 5. See, that means when we multiply 5 with something, we get a. 5 into something is a. Okay? Then we will put this value of a, which is equal to 5k, in this equation. In this equation, we will put the value of a. So what we will get? We will get 5k, 5 square, k square is equal to 5b square. Okay? This we will get after substituting. Now we can cancel 1 5 from here by this 5. And we are left with a single 5 here. K square is equal to b square. Okay. Now as per the previous steps, in previous steps we have seen if 5 is multiplied with something and gives something, it means this thing goes by 5. That means b square goes by 5. If you multiply 5 into something is b square. That means b square is divisible by 5. So here we will write b square is divisible by 5. And if b square is divisible by 5, then b is also divisible by 5. B is also divisible by 5. So again, how we can rewrite this statement? B is divisible by 5. That means if I multiply 5 with any number, I get B. B is divisible by 5. 5 into something is B, isn't it? Now when you see this expression, this, and when you see the above equation, which was this, a is equal to 5k, what we see in these two cases? We see that 5 is the common factor in A and B, isn't it? Because 5 into something is A and 5 into something is B. But what we have assumed? We assumed that A and B are not having any common factor. A and B are not having any common factor. So what we will write? Let us name this equation 1 and this equation as 2. So we will write from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, we see that, what we see? That 5 is the common factor. 5 is the common factor between A and B. Then A and B, which is contradiction, to the fact or to our assumption, which is contradiction to the assumption, in fact our assumption, which is contradiction to our assumption that A and B are co-prime. So what does it indicate? If it is a contradiction, then what does it indicate? It means that our assumption is wrong. So we will write that since it is a contradiction, therefore our assumption is wrong. Which implies root 5 is irrational. Got it? Which implies root 5 is irrational. This is how we have to prove that root 5 is irrational. Likewise, if you get any other number, be it root 3, root 7, or any number you get in a similar process, it can be proved that it is irrational. In my next video, I will be explaining how 3 plus root 7 type of expressions, numbers, or 7 plus root 3 type of numbers, or 1 upon root 7 or 1 upon root 5 type of numbers can be proved irrational. And here in this problem, we proved in a very simple manner that how root 5 is irrational. I request all the students, please subscribe this channel so that you can get to know about my next video, and wherever you have doubt, you can write it in the comment box. Thank you.